Knowledge without action is wastefulness, and action without knowledge is foolishness. Declare your jihad on 13 enemies that you cannot see. Egoism, arrogance, conceit, selfishness, greed, lust, intolerance, anger, lying, cheating, gossiping and slandering. If you can master and destroy them, then we'll be ready to fight the enemy you can see. Do not allow your heart to take pleasure with the praises of people, nor be saddened by their condemnation. Desires make slaves out of kings, and patience makes kings out of slaves. Those who look for seashells will find seashells, those who open them will find pearls. Never have I dealt with anything more difficult than my own soul, which sometimes helps me, and sometimes opposes me. To get what you love, you must first be patient with what you hate. You must convince your heart that whatever Allah has decreed is most appropriate and most beneficial for you. If you see Allah, the Mighty, holding back this world from you, frequently trying you with adversity and tribulation, know that you hold a great status with Him. Know that He is dealing with you, as He does with His awliya, and chosen elite, and is watching over you. Dear friend, your heart is a polished mirror. You must wipe it clean of the veil of dust that has gathered upon it, because it is destined to reflect the light of divine secrets. The hypocrite looks for faults, the believer looks for excuses. Knowledge exists potentially in the human soul, like the seed in the soil. By learning the potential, becomes actual. Often, love between two people intensifies, not because of beauty or some advantage, but because of sheer spiritual affinity. Half of disbelief in Allah, in the world, is caused by people who make religion look ugly, due to their bad conduct and ignorance. To completely trust in Allah is to be like a child who knows deeply that even if he does not call for the mother is totally aware of his condition and is looking after him. Each of your breaths is a priceless jewel, since each of them is irreplaceable, and once gone, can never be retrieved. Does money upset the hearts of learned men? He answered, men, whose hearts are changed by money, are not learned. Remember your contemporaries, who have passed away, and were your age. Remember the honors, and fame they earned, the high posts they held, and the beautiful bodies they possessed. Today, all of them are turned to dust. They have left orphans, and widows behind them, their wealth is being wasted, and their houses turned into ruins. No sign of them is left today, and they lie in dark holes, underneath the earth. Picture their faces before your mind's eye, and ponder. A man of bad character punishes his own soul. If you do not prepare now for the afterlife, then when will you do so? The way to paradise is an uphill climb, whereas hell is downhill. Hence, there is a struggle to get to paradise, and not to hell. The corruption of religions comes from turning them to mere words and appearances. Do not dispute with anyone, in any matter, as far as possible. For in argumentation lies much harm, and its evil is greater than its benefit. A human being is not a human being, while his tendencies include self-indulgence, covetousness, temper, and attacking other people. People count with self-satisfaction the number of times they have recited the name of God on their prayer beads, but they keep no beads for reckoning the number of idle words they speak. If the first inward thought is not warded off, it will generate a desire, then the desire will generate a wish, and the wish will generate an intention, and the intention will generate the action, and the action will result in ruin, and divine wrath. So, evil must be cut off at its root, which is when it is simply a thought that crosses the mind, from which all the other things follow on. If you are busy with yourself now, you will be busy with yourself then. If you are busy with Allah now, you will be with Him then. Whoever determines the truth from people, alone will remain lost in the plains of bewilderment. Rather, know the truth, and you will know its people. Man's nature is made up of 4 elements, which produce in him 4 attributes. Those attributes are, the beastly, the brutal, the satanic, and the divine. In man, there is something of the pig, the dog, the devil, and the saint. If those, who do not possess knowledge, avoid the scholarly discussions, disagreement will end. Whoever passes 40, without his virtue overpowering his vice, let him get ready for hellfire. This advice contains enough, for people of knowledge. Neglect not your time, nor use it haphazardly, on the contrary, you should bring yourself to account. Structure your litanies and other practices during each day and night. This is how to bring about the spiritual blessing, barakah, in each period. If each of your breaths is a priceless jewel, be not like the deceived fools, who are joyous because each day their wealth increases, while their life grows ever shorter. In God, there is no sorrow, or suffering, or affliction. If you want to be free of all affliction and suffering, hold fast to God, and turn wholly to Him, and to no one else. Indeed, all your suffering comes from this, that you do not turn toward God and no one else. When you have a bad suspicion, about a Muslim, in your heart, you should increase your consideration toward him, and make dua for him. This way, you will infuriate Satan, and will be able to drive him away. Because of this, Satan will be reluctant to put evil thoughts into your heart, afraid that you would increase your consideration towards your brother, and will make dua for him again. Remember, it is the heart, and not the body, which strives to draw near to God. By heart, I do not mean the flesh perceived by the senses, but that secret thing, which is sometimes expressed by spirit and sometimes by soul. O youth, be assured that knowledge alone does not strengthen the hand. Though a man read 100,000 scientific questions, and understood them or learned them, but did not work with them, they do not benefit him, except by working. Knowledge is the tree, and working is its fruit, and though you studied 100 years and assembled 1,000 books, you would not be prepared for the mercy of Allah the Exalted, except by working. Are you ready to cut off your head, and place your foot on it? If so, come, love awaits you. Love is not grown in a garden, nor sold in the marketplace. Whether you are a king, or a servant, the price is your head, and nothing less. Yes, the cost of the elixir of love, is your head. Do you hesitate? O miser, it is cheap at that price. In the intricate paths of life, when difficulties and hardships confront a man, and the darkness of difficulty and suffering becomes long, it is patience only, that acts like a light for a Muslim, that keeps him safe, from wandering here and there, and saves him from the muddy marsh of disappointment, desperation, and frustration. Anyone, who refuses to marry, is shrinking his farm work, wasting the seed, and leaving idle the appropriate tools created by God. He sins against the purpose of creation, and wisdom visible in the evidence of natural structure. The man, who refuses to marry, has severed a chain of being, a previously unbroken chain, linking his own existence to that of Adam. There are 2 kinds of riya, showing off ostentation that is pure ostentation, and adulterated ostentation. In pure ostentation riya, a man does a good deed, only for worldly benefit. In adulterated ostentation, a man does a good deed, with the intention of reaping the benefits of the world, as well as of the hereafter. Do not fix hopes on your health, and do not laugh away life. Remember how they walked, and now, all their joints lie separately, and the tongue, with which they talked lightly, is eaten away by the worms. The soul should take care of the body, just as the pilgrim, on his way to Mecca, takes care of his camel, but, if the pilgrim spends his whole time, in feeding and adorning his camel, the caravan will leave him behind, and he will perish in the desert. The corruption of religions comes from turning them to mere words and appearances. A human being is not a human being, while his tendencies include self-indulgence, covetousness, temper, and attacking other people. In God, there is no sorrow, or suffering, or affliction. If you want to be free of all affliction and suffering, hold fast to God, and turn wholly to Him, and to no one else. Indeed, all your suffering comes from this, that you do not turn toward God and no one else. Men have such a good opinion of themselves, of their mental superiority and intellectual depth, they believe themselves so skilled in discerning the true from the false, the path of safety from those of error, that they should be forbidden as much as possible, the perusal of philosophic writings. Do not fix hopes on your health, and do not laugh away life. Remember how they walked, and now all their joints lie separately, and the tongue with which they talked lightly, is eaten away by the worms. Each of your breaths is a priceless jewel. Since each of them is irreplaceable, and once gone, can never be retrieved. Worship in Islam is not only observance of the prescribed worship rites, that is prayer, almsgiving, fasting, pilgrimage, but living one's entire life in obedience to God, doing His will, and seeking His pleasure, exactly in the way He has laid down.